PWC 2024. Necessity is laid upon me. Yea, woe is unto me if I preach not the gospel. For if I do this thing willingly, I have a reward. But if against my will, a dispensation of the gospel is committed unto me. 1 Corinthians 9 verse 16 to 17. Last year, the Lord gathered us around the theme, trusted with the gospel. We basically saw what it takes for a man to be trusted with the gospel. We saw that trust bears upon relationship. God could commit his purpose to Abraham because he was a friend of God, a friendship which was proven through severe testing. Jesus revealed the purpose of God to his disciples only on this basis also. I have called you friends, for all things that I heard from my Father I have made known to you. John 15 verse 15. The more you grow in your relationship with God, the more of his trust you will be qualified to bear. We perceive the Lord will have us press on further on this issue of being trusted with the gospel. We are going to look at the theme, the dispensation, stewardship of the gospel. 1 Corinthians 9, 17. The Lord will have us realize what is at stake in our trust and why it is critical we take responsibility for the gospel in our time. He will have us realize that we are key stakeholders in the gospel scheme in our time and in our sphere. It would also be necessary we'll learn how we might discharge this trust reposed on us so as not to disappoint heaven. We may look back and wonder why the gospel is not conquering nations like we see in the early church, in the reformation, and in the great revivals. We wonder why our young people are not volunteering for missions in their numbers, why we are not raising ministers of apostolic caliber. Rather than turn the world upside down, the world is turning the church upside down. The problem is not that the gospel has lost its efficacy to break the heart of men and transform society. Neither has God diminished in his power. But as Lorna Lavin he said, to the question, where is the God of Elijah? I answer, where are the Elijahs of God? If God's men show up, men who know what is at stake at this time, who realize that they are stakeholders in the kingdom, God will show up. The Lord wants to raise such men like John Wesley, who sees the world as their parish, men who will say like John Knox, give me Scotland or I die, and men like David Livingstone, who cry, lay any burden on me, only sustain me. The Lord must have such men. Will you be one? We invite you to Prayer and Word Conference 2024. Your brother, Val Obioha, Coordinator, Gospel Alliance.